Thanks, Andrew. We're learning more about how SoftBank reportedly made some big bets in the tech sector as stocks ran up over the past few weeks. The revelation is testing investor faith in the company's leader, Masa Son. Deirdre Bosa joins us now with more. Good morning, Deirdre.
Hey, good morning, Joe. Well, investors, they're spooked, sending SoftBank shares down nearly 10% this week in Tokyo, despite not yet knowing the extent of SoftBank's gains or losses. But the worry here is that what Masa has done in venture capital, he is now doing in the public market. Now, I'm told that nothing big happens at SoftBank without Masa Son, but that he's likely relying on the trading expertise of his close team. People like Rajiv Misra, former head of credit trading at Deutsche Bank, now chief of the Vision Fund, and former Goldman Sachs banker Katsunori Sago, who is now SoftBank's chief strategy officer. And while the moves may have helped fuel the Nasdaq's rally, analysts who cover SoftBank, they tell me that they weren't all that surprised. One pointed to Masa Son's big NVIDIA bet a few years ago, saying that investors were alarmed back then that they were doing derivative trades on such a volatile underlying stock. Another noted that SoftBank's sale in stakes like Alibaba and its mobile subsidiary, and likely soon chipmaker ARM, has essentially changed its asset allocation policy. But guys, what we're witnessing may just be Masa Son's next big gamble. A few years ago, SoftBank became the biggest venture capital firm in the world, disrupting the startup ecosystem for everyone in it. Now it's acting like a hedge fund, and we still have to see how that's going to play out, Joe.
Okay, we will. One report, though, Deirdre, says that the company bet billions. They're sitting on billions in profits, and we don't know how much of the original position SoftBank is still holding, as far as I can tell. Why are investors judging so quickly on selling off shares in the company?
Well, Joe, as you guys have been talking about this morning, you see that the Nasdaq and big tech continues to sell off. So perhaps some jitters there. But, you know, SoftBank was selling off before we knew what stocks were going to do here in the U.S. this week. So part of it comes down to transparency and lack of it at SoftBank. I mean, I've been covering the Vision Fund for the last few years, and I'll be honest, it has been difficult to figure out how much of a position SoftBank has in these unicorns, when it's getting in, when it's getting out, how they're marking these valuations. So the concern is that now that it's acting like a hedge fund, investors don't have a lot of answers as to what the moves over the last few months have really meant for the company in terms of gains or losses. We do know, according to filings, what SoftBank held in these major tech companies as of June 30th. But beyond that, months have passed since then, and we've seen a lot of action in big tech, so we don't know where SoftBank is now. And that's certainly something that I think investors are going to want to know.